Morning Culture, Frank Ski, Jade Novah JR, Big Tick sitting in with my friends on the People Station V103, the ATL's #1 fit poppin' R&B, inviting the entire planet to pull up on us at watchv103.com. Common is here!
Yo!
Hey! What up, fam?
That's a warm welcome. I appreciate that.
Friday. It's Friday, of course.
It's good, huh? It's Friday.
How you been?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm grateful.
Always good to see
good,
you.
man. Great to see you, man. Great to see y'all.
Common, your voice always sounds like you're making a song. it's so melodic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, my singing is not as good as the rap side, but
It's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, I know.
One of the greatest.
Yes, thank
Open
you.
his mouth, it sounds like a song.
Hey.
give thanks, brother.
We were talking about your, before you arrived, your evolution, and me and you know.
Yeah.
Back to-
Come on, Tim.
Did you ever see this evolution happening to you? Like,
Nah, not like just starting off rapping. That was just a dream, just to be heard as an MC.
Yeah.
And then, eventually I started seeing the world bigger, like seeing, okay, people, my peers getting Grammys or people expanding in business. And then I just started like seeing, once I start visualizing myself in something, man, I could do it. And so at a certain point I did dream as big as this, but not at the beginning.
Right.
But at a certain point I felt like, man, the heavens is opening up. I'm an actor. I'm producing, and I can go anywhere I choose to go if I, put my passion and heart in it.
Yeah, you believe in manifestation?
Yes, I believe in that for sure. I'm watching it. I'm living it.
For sure.
You are too.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I believe that, King. I received that, King.
Yes.
you clearly were an artist that, highly regarded for the lyrical abilities and freestyles and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And then, yes, I remember you put that in a song. I got my SAG card.
Yes,
I'm an actor. and now you're an author.
Yes.
Wow.
man.
Author gang, let love have the last word. Explain.
Yeah, explain. Well, simple and plain, man. Simple and plain. I really wanted to write this because I felt like a lot of our conversations been about what the government doing and like how divided things are. And I feel that like in my life, the application of love, the practice of love has been the thing that's kept me hopeful and optimistic. And not just like saying it, but I'm talking about the action of it. So really doing these, I just wanted to give an antidote, give people something, another aspect beyond music and beyond the acting. A book, man, sometimes you could sit down and just have that as a tool for your life. And I feel like we go through so much. We got to be able to go somewhere. I go to books sometimes. I go from the Bible to Malcolm X autobiography, and all those things help shape me. So I want people to get some upliftment, some inspiration through these stories.
You've been real vulnerable about a lot of your own personal life in the book.
Yeah.
Why at this particular time? It's not like you old and you have a whole history, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have experienced a lot of things, and I felt like the more I got to open myself up and know myself more, I was like, man, I'm going to tell my story because I feel like telling my story inspires others to feel like they can open up. In fact, I've had a lot of black, people just come to me recently like, man, thank you for sharing that because I've been through some things and man, now I might seek out help, whether it's therapy or some type of spiritual practice. Like, I feel like we don't have these discussions in our community, and like part of our thing is like making sure we got economics and making sure we got political opportunities, but what about the emotional healing that need to take place for black people, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be an example in that way, whether I'm putting myself out there or not.
Yeah, you've never been afraid to be you, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I want you to read the back of your book and explain how you got to this statement.
Yeah, so on the back of the book it says, God is love, forgiveness is love, self-care is love, art is love, compassion is love. And let love have the last word is not just a declaration, it's a statement of purpose. So that statement, like I basically, when people ask me what love is, I talk about that's like a piece of God. We expressing God when we express love, because there's no way you could be on your lower self and be loving somebody. I mean, you can't be hating and loving at the same time, right? And God is full of love. God is love, and so all the things encompassing love, forgiveness, like taking care of yourself. I talk about that a lot in my book because I'm talking about, man, I'm an activist, but I got to be a self-activist too. Like, you know, like if I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't take care of the people the way I want to. And then, of course, art is something that, man, music has brought so much joy to my life and gave me a way to express things I never knew existed in me. You know, when I first was writing raps, that was like, man, I didn't know I had this much confidence in myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it's always, I always put love in the art I do. So I say art is love. And then, you know, when I talk about it being a declaration of purpose, for me, I'm just saying this is how we gotta live. It's like, it's not just a word. It's like, it's gotta be a purpose for our lives. And you know, I've noticed anything I do to operate, or anything we do to operate in purpose, man, it thrives. Like, that's when you know you're aligned, when you're doing things in purpose, you know?
We're hanging out with Common with the Morning Culture right here on the People Station V103. Join us at watchv103.com. And more importantly, call at 10 and call at 11. We will send you to see Common, who's in town to do it big with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra at Chastain tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And also get a copy of this book. Let Love Have the Last Word. And if you're nice to us, I get him to sign one for you. But if you ain't nice to us, I'm going to just keep your book.
All right, Common, you mentioned that art is love. Do you think that love, the narrative of love, is missing from today's music?
Yeah, in some ways. I wouldn't say all the music, because that would be for me to generalize. And there's some really great music. And like, it's some music where I feel that the artists truly love what they're doing. And you can feel that coming through. And some, I just feel like, man, some people never had probably love for the art form and just maybe wanted to be popular. And I can't knock that, but I don't feel that like when I listen to the music. Like yesterday on the plane, I was watching Aretha Franklin's
Amazing Grace. I watched it. I was in tears on the plane.
Come on, man. That thing, like, you feel the love in that.
For sure.
Like, that's like, man, man, that thing hit you in the heart. So, I mean, when music expressing that much love and spirituality, and that emotion, then I can't, you know, say some of the music doesn't have that. Just simple as that. But I mean, if it gets people going, like, that's why I got a song on, you know, because I did an album inspired by the book, and the song is called Her Love, and I'm talking about, it's produced by the late great Jade Novah featuring Daniel Caesar, and I'm talking about man, the new generation, and just embracing what I'm embracing what they're doing, because it's still an expression of what they feel hip hop is. So I'm like, man, I'm riding with it. If that's what you feel, that's what it is.
Being in the public eye, man, how difficult is it to find love, and for the right reasons?
Hard.
Tig been talking about that all week.
Tell her, Tig.
Hard. Difficulties.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like challenging for you, because I mean, I feel like my instinct knows when somebody is authentic. I don't have that problem as much, like, where I'm like, if somebody fake, I feel certain things. Or I can tell by the conversation. If your conversation is not on a certain level, and I don't mean everything got to be serious. Let me be clear. I like women who joke and have fun. We got to kick it too. But, you know, the difficult thing is, like, schedules is for real. Like, and I'm committed to this art, and committed to getting my message out there and doing the work that I do. I love that just as much. So it's finding space in my life to be like a balance, and find that relationship where I can make sure I'm giving to that relationship as much as I'm giving to the music and the acting.
Now, you brought up a key word, which I've been very transparent on my own. Balance is hard.
Yes.
Having to balance what you do, what you love to do, and also, you know, you have a young person.
Yes.
You still you want to have fun.
Yeah.
You
and
still got to be an activist over here.
Yeah.
And you still got to go shut down Chastain tomorrow.
To talk about a book and an album.
Yes.
Bruh.
What has been instrumental in your regard in trying to achieve that balance?
That balance, man, I think at a certain age or time period in my life, it clicked that, man, you got to discipline yourself, and anything that ain't towards the goal, ain't towards the vision, then you ain't really gonna be wasting your time. That don't mean I like going out to dinner, kicking it. I like, you know, watching the hoop games. I love basketball, but I balance that. Like, when it's time to work, like, I don't be kicking it out the night before. If I got to get up super early, I had to learn that type of
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Tigger,
You don't be doing that. You don't be doing that. You said you was looking at the ceiling and had to
That's
get up.
because I could not sleep, but I was
you
in the
tried.
bed.
You
Trying to go to sleep.
I was in the bed.
I've been in that place too. I just got ESPN on. I'm sitting there till 2, 3 in the morning. But
Right.
it's the effort of doing that and just like time management, balance, man. Like at certain points, I had to learn. Even like growing up, I was always with my homies doing stuff. So now I'm like, hey yo, Big Mo, I gotta go do this
Can't
right
do
now.
them
I
things
can't.
no more,
I gotta go handle this. And it might not even be nothing crazy, but I'm like,
Right.
I gotta go focus on this. And I know the focus it take. And I'm just anything that's towards the goal, I'm with.
Common is here on the People Station with the Morning Culture. Watch V103.com.
Yeah.
We just hanging out. He gonna be shutting down Chastain tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Doing his thing. Well, now,
Yeah.
explain what's happening with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. Like that's not your normal performance.
Right.
For sure.
But that's why I love it because, the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra is like go bring a whole nother dimension to my performance. I'm going to go through now my shows is like a whole nother, like I go through narration, I put story to it, and I go through the catalog of music. I'm going to do all, the stuff, the classic joints and just the music that people love to hear. I'm going to give them a live show, but that combined with the symphony,
Right.
it just, man, it take people to a whole new thing. It's like the combination of two worlds, like orchestra and hip hop. I've done a show just in Chicago with a symphony, and it's
Right.
just, man, people just get like they never hear the music like that. I never heard the music like that.
It's another level with the instrumentation.
Yeah, with the instrumentation and having all those musicians on stage bringing what they bring, it gives people another experience. I think people who like common music or don't even know common music can enjoy that show.
That's what's happening. Let's get to some of these. Let's give away some of these tickets to see you tomorrow and a copy of your memoir.
Yeah.
Common, you have a memoir.
When you say it that
You have
way.
a memoir. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You have a memoir.
Memoir.
Vonda, good morning, Vonda.
Good morning.
Hi, Vonda. How you doing?
From Douglasville.
Doing well, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Common. How are you?
What's up,
She
Vonda?
was waiting for that, too.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Y'all don't even understand. I'm trying to not shake and drive.
Oh,
don't
be careful.
shake and drive,
Please.
sis.
Don't shake and drive.
safe.
But be excited because you're going to see Common tomorrow at Chastain.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes, Vonda. Come through and have fun, man. We gonna turn it up and have a great time.
Okay. Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Also, going to get you an autographed copy of his new memoir.
Autograph. He making up words.
Autograph.
Autograph.
I can't say that because an author is sitting in front of me.
Tigger good for making up
A
words.
lyricist and an author.
He gonna call you an offer next for that.
Author.
Offer.
Offer. So, Vonda, congratulations. Fran from Rome is on the phone. Fran, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Fran.
Peace. What up, Fran?
Hey,
How are
Fram.
you? Hi.
She's like, whatever, Tig, whatever, JRJ. Hey, Con.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm talking to Common.
What's up, Fran?
So, wait a minute. You're talking to Common. You have one thing to say to Common, and please don't embarrass me or yourself.
Oh.
Say it now.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Amen.
Look at her letting love have the last word. Hey, I see what you did.
On point.
You know?
You better do
I be
it.
quick sometimes.
Come on now, Jay. Come on.
Fran, you are going to see Common at Chastain tomorrow.
Thank you.
The Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. You also get an autographed copy of his memoir, Let Love Have the Last Word. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what's happening. Hold on for a second, okay? That's what's up. You have a memoir, dude.
So fancy.
Yeah.
Again, like, without snitching on me and him, you have a memoir, dude.
I know.
You have a whole memoir.
Yeah.
Watch again from the music to the stage to movies, having to represent for your city, which is under siege and highly publicized. Which is nearest and dearest to your heart at this point?
Well, I mean, I love making music, man. It's that first love. And acting is something that I feel like I will do for the rest of my life too. So I don't try to put one before the other. There's times that I'm feeling one more than the other. This album I worked on as far as music, I hadn't focused on the album in a long time. And the album is called Let Love. It'll be out in August 30th. And like I said, the single Her Love is out now. But I hadn't focused on music in a long time. But I still love them both. And to be able to write a book is something that's like another extension that I feel like it's tapping into a world that I never tapped into. Well, this is my second book, but it's actually this book is getting to a different level,
right.
you know, and it's reaching a lot of people. And I feel like you touch people in different ways. And what I've learned is overall, if you got a purpose and you know and you functioning in that, then as an actor, I can at times deliver some of that information I want to give, like as a human being. As a writer, I can do it. As an author, I can do it as an MC. You know, I do it. I speak at colleges and company, like corporate events.
Yes, you do. Those are nice checks.
Tigger's so proud.
Yeah, that's why both our eyes lit up. Yeah.
Wait a minute, but on screen, it seems you like, are you typecast right now?
No, but look.
You almost like the bad
I don't
dude.
No, he was a basketball player and just right.
But, okay, like with this, I can run off a bunch of.
He was an assassin.
He's always kind of that guy. Like he was in the John Wick joint.
Okay.
And then in the
Smoking Nation.
That's what I'm talking about, the
joint.
assassin.
Yeah. I mean, look, I gotta admit, I love playing those hitman type characters,
Okay.
but I never want to be typecast.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking to do all types of films. I want to be I want to play Gil Scott-Heron in a movie. You know,
Okay.
so I'm open to doing different types of roles. And I just did a film with Tiffany Haddish and Melissa McCarthy and Elizabeth Moss called The Kitchen.
So we know that's funny.
Well, no, you know what? It's a drama actually.
What?
It's a period piece that's dope.
Okay.
Wow.
In the 70s, and it's a drama, man, and they bringing it, and I'm playing something else in there. So I keep my range. If for a second I was being,
You was thugged out.
But even if you look at something like The Chi on Showtime and how that situation goes, how does that feel of being something that's representative of the city and where it should go?
Yeah, but we executive produce on that show, Freedom Road. That's my company with my man Derek Dudley, my manager. D-Dud. So to be able to have a show and be a producer on it that's like bringing opportunities to actors and costume designers in Chicago, in my hometown. Like I go home and I see people working from my crib that's like, man, they actors doing their thing, and like they the head of location scouts, and I'm like, man, this is amazing to be able to come home and provide those jobs, and then also tell our story in a way that's like you said, Tig. It's like a lot of people understand Chicago is rough, and we see that side of it. But in telling the story of the Chi, we get to see the other side, the humanity of our city, and Lena Waithe is dope. We produced with her. She is crazy. I love her too. And, but she's super talented, and just to be partnering with her and representing the Chi like that that's one of the greatest achievements I had.
Amen.
Yeah.
You said something earlier about how divided we all are, and we know the Democratic debates were going on earlier this week, yesterday, and the day before. What are your thoughts on this upcoming? On this upcoming presidential election? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts on it all?
Well, I'm gonna be clear. I didn't watch the debates yesterday and the day before. I'm kind of just like stepping back, and I'm gonna absorb, and then I'm gonna step in and see who I really like come to the front. So many people, so I'm gonna see who.
It's a lot.
20.
And I'm gonna see who I feel, but I do have to step up and pay attention and do the work to identify somebody, because it's like I can't. For me, if I'm gonna talk about change and talk about letting love have the last word, that's an action thing. Then I gotta like do my diligence to find out who is the right candidate to vote for. So I'm gonna do that, and I can't like allow. Trump to I can't just sit around and just not.
I love
do
that he
anything.
almost forgot.
He's like, what's his name?
What that guy? Who that orange man with the little hands?
I wish he disappeared completely. Shoot.
Who gone? Common is here with the morning culture on the People Station V103. Watch V103.com performing tomorrow at Chastain with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. That should be a thing.
Oh.
Man, it's a thing,
It's
man.
a thing.
It's an experience, an event.
So you performed at the White House clearly.
Yeah, when President Obama was there. Let's
Let's be
The
clear.
good time. The
Real
good time. You did the Kennedy Center.
Yes, sir.
Well, is there anywhere notable or anywhere you haven't performed that you would like to perform?
Man, it's a place in Sydney, Australia, and it's like an orchestra hall that's really historical. I would
The Opera House?
Yeah, it's the opera.
The big white. Yeah, it looks so beautiful.
I like seeing like places that I never imagined I would be.
I think I should
performing
carry a bag on that trip somehow.
Yeah, come on.
Oh. And I'll be in that bag.
Official homeboy for the trip.
Tig, come on, Tig, let's go.
That'd be awesome in Australia.
Yeah.
Comment is here. The book is also out. So you wrote this memoir. Did it take you a long time? Did you have writer's block? Did you just sit
how do you
down and
write
be
a
like,
I was. It took me a minute because I was slated to write this book. I had like the publisher. We were like, okay, well, let's do a book. And then I was like, okay, what am I gonna write about? And I didn't want to just start writing anything. So I knew that love was one of the subject matters that I wanted to address, but I didn't want to address it just like in a romantic space. I wanted to address it from other places, like love for God, love for self, love for community, a love for people that ain't like you. So I had to start finding that stuff. And as I was writing, I started just kind of like peeling back layers, meaning that's why I started opening up about things in my life that I never talked about before. And so it was a journey. The writing was a journey for me. I was almost like discovering more things about myself as I was writing, kind of getting lost in that, and it felt great too. So it took about a year and a little bit of time for me to write the whole piece.
right? I'm very proud of you, sir.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I'm always proud of you.
you.
I'm like, look at my brother on there doing the AI commercial. We breaking new boundaries. And you made it so hip hop with AI.
Yeah.
I'm about to freestyle this commercial. It's going down.
It's going down. But look, right back to you, bro. I'm proud too,
You
man.
already know.
We've been striving for a long time, man, and it's constant evolution. That's
Towers
right.
down to Howard.
Yes, sir. The towers.
So we talking about love for God, love for community, love for self. What about love, romantic love? What's going on with you, Common?
Yeah, well, I'm actually dating someone that's I'm in a good space. Like, we going good. So I'm just taking that, and I'm just enjoying that and living that right now. We're in a good relationship.
I ain't touching that at all.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Yo, who taught you how to love? What examples did you have growing up that you now passing on to the people in your life?
Man, definitely my mother for sure. Like, my mother was she's such a loving and incredible human being, strong black woman that's got really well-rounded, to be honest. And that gave me an example of the type of women that I want to be around. And that love gave me also that unconditional feeling of like being able to be me and be free. I was able to be who I was around with my mother and still am. She called me now. Either she gonna tell me good job or that was whack what you did. She gonna tell, but she gonna try to give her constructive criticism. And I think that honesty helped me know that it's okay to be who I am. So definitely that love really taught me a lot. And the great relationships with the Erykah Badu's and it was a great lesson for me. I would say that was my first love as a adult man.
Okay.
So
That's real.
I'm telling for real. This is
that's
is really what those are some of the places where I really learned to love.
But also one of the things that I think me and you where we bonded early was your relationship with your dad.
Yeah.
Because his father would do these things on his album that were really jazz inspired.
Yeah.
And my dad loved them. My dad was like, yo, I don't even know who the common guy is, but his father,
Not the common guy.
his father is cool.
I love it. Yo, they was relating on that pops
They
level.
was
right?
there. The pop game was popping.
Yeah. So I would have my father speaking, and man, my father wasn't even a musician, but he just had it in him, the music, and he would do those spoken words. He passed in 2014, but I still feel his spirit is with me.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Common at the Chastain tomorrow with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. The book, Let Love Have the Last Word, available now. A memoir. Please go purchase, download, audio, all that. That's what's happening. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Always good to see you.
Love.
Love on a Friday.
Thank y'all for this Friday. Love.
Love. What we doing for the rest of the week? Love. There it is. Common with the morning culture. Again, Frank back on Monday. I'll be back where I'm supposed to be in the afternoon. Jade Novah JR will still be here. Y'all having a wonderful, blessed, safe weekend. If you're going to turn up with Common, if you're going to turn up with Jade, you turn it up with me and Kalia tonight for her birthday.
Hey.
It's her birthday, Common.
She's Chicago's own over there.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, no. She said she your daughter, but you don't know about it.
She actually
Not in that way.
not like on some
way.
reveal, like
Not like in that way.
We ain't breaking news.
Right,
No,
though,
not
like that.
breaking news. This ain't no kind of trending topics right here. But that's what's happening. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Common, salute to Common. Let's hear it. There it is. Ramona DeBro's up next. Y'all know what it is. The morning culture on the People Station V103.